Hi everyone, this is Kathy Grosskirth with Bookkeeping Clean and Simple, and here I am continuing my series on RightTool, which is the fabulous Chrome extension developed by Hector Garcia in collaboration with Mark Corum. And I'm going to be talking about some of the error prevention tools in here, and I'm going to try to hit on some of the highlights here. I'm not going to deep dive into all these, but I will do a demo on some of the key ones that I particularly like. And so I hope you'll stick with this video and watch it. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel, share it with others. My content is primarily geared towards the accountant users, but anyone that appreciates the information that I share is welcome to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get more watch hours so I can monetize this channel. So any way that you can help me do that, I would sincerely appreciate it. Now, with that said, I am already in the error prevention screen. I've turned on several things in here, and one of the things that I'm going to talk about more in depth is the bank memo copy and transactions. And basically I've got two subset of commands here that I've turned on as well. You can prepend the bank memo and also copy the memo into line descriptions. And that saves you time from having to copy and paste that to memo every time. The other one, that if you have a transaction where you have a memo that you want to keep in when you're voiding a transaction that contains the dollar amount, because it wipes it out if you don't have this turned on. This will actually put in the memo section the invoice, who voided it out, and all that kind of stuff. It's really kind of a cool thing. As we get down here, we can also look at some of these other key things that we have turned on. You can restrict transfers and bank fee, and this restrict credit card payments and bank fee kind of works in tandem. For those of us who do not like working with transfers, this basically turns off the ability to process a transfer. In other words, you're going to have to either process it as a categorization or pay down a credit card, which is a really cool feature to have. Also, you can actually go in and with this setting turned on with the Google Memo link and bank feeds, you can actually Google that memo and it'll give you an idea as to who the vendor is or who the customer is and what the purpose was for. Hopefully for the transaction, it'll help you categorize it. Copy bill memo to bill payments, just what it says. And then here's the biggie right here. And by the way, all these are part of the free tools that come with the free version. So, and a lot of these are recent additions to this area. So if you're using the free version, you'll have access to all these tools. When we're talking about rule creation, you can turn off or disable auto add. You can also assign payees when you're creating rules. There's some of these other things in here. You can default to all bank accounts. You can automatically add bank description as a rule name, and you can also default rules to match on bank text instead of just description. So let's go ahead and do some demos of some of these things. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over. So give me a couple seconds or so for us to switch. Okay, so I want to show you a couple of the cool features that are in this error prevention screen. So anyway, I am in an invoice that say I wanted to void, but normally what I would have to do is I'd have to go over here and copy this $400 and paste it into the message on the invoice. And then I would have to type up all this other stuff and all this. So what this feature does is when you go to actually void, and I'll show you real quick. And I'm going to have to go ahead and exit out of this just so you can see what happens here. And if you was to actually go here and void this, it actually appends or puts in a message in the memo showing the amount before marked as void by K. Grosskirth R 10/25/2023. And then if you wanted to, you can just kind of copy this into the description before you actually go and void that out. And then if you click on more and then do void, and then it would have you void the transaction here. And we're not going to do that with this one. So, but that in itself is worth it. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more. We're going to get back over to our banking center. And the thing I want to show you in the banking center is that Well, you can restrict transfers in the bank feed. So I'm going to go to the savings account where we'll see a lot of transfers. I'm going to go ahead and type transfer. And this is where a lot of people get messed up because they want to process everything as a transfer, and that can be a pain in the rear end when you're trying to clean up somebody's books that did a bunch of transfers and transfers. And notice what happens when you have this feature turned on. The only features that you have available are categorize and find match. You no longer see where you can actually process it as a transfer. So you would have to process it as a categorization, which is the preferred method to do that anyway. So with that said, that's basically all I wanted to show you. I would encourage you to go into the settings page, watch some of those video tutorials, and they will give you more deep dive into each of those areas. But those are the two things I wanted to show you today. Anyway, I hope this helps you. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone, and we will see you soon.